The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to it. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal day. Man, it's a great day. You guys know I was sick, been really sick, but just got this little tingle left in my throat. So if you hear me coughing, drink coffee, that's why. It's just starting to got a tingle left, and that's about it. But definitely starts to bring things up. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal Wednesday. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, did all hell break loose yesterday in all of these markets. All hell broke loose, man. Markets were all over the place, man. We kind of talked about this a little bit on the channel, that this may be a possibility here, that the war would between Israel, Hamas, Iran would all kind of heat up a little bit, and that's what was always one of the black cloud events that was always hanging over all of these markets, right? The stock markets, world markets, crypto markets, all of the markets, that this could possibly happen and these things could possibly heat up. Well, yesterday they heated up. Yesterday they got real, and they got real quick, and the markets reacted to that really, really, really fast. Much like you would have expected, right? You would have expected this to happen. If these things were to unfold, you would have expected the markets to react. Here's the good news about it, right? When these things happen, we've been through these things before. We've been through war before. We've been through these war and torn issues before, things like that, right? The silver lining here is that you always get the worst of a market reaction within the first 24 to 48 hours of a war breaking out. And then what you end up with is people settling in to the fact that this is going to happen, and the markets also settling into the fact that they got to start pricing some of this stuff in. They got to start making sense of some of this stuff. So the first 24 to 48 hours is usually the worst when it comes to markets. So hopefully between yesterday and today, these markets start to settle in a little bit. Boy, I got a nasty tickle. Hopefully that goes away as the stream goes on. But yeah, usually the markets start to settle in a little bit as these things start to happen, and 24 to 48 hours. And I think that's what kind of where we're at right now. You've seen that initial gut reaction, and the markets just absolutely tank, and everything just absolutely go to absolute crap all over the world. Stock markets, crypto markets, everything. But you can't run away when things like this happen, right? Because if you do, you're going to get shaken out of your position. You're going to lose your position. You have to understand that there is world events that are going to happen throughout any trading cycle that affect the price of stocks, crypto, anything. And you have to be able to weather that storm in order to get to the other side. And you got to know that it's not a forever thing, right? It's just not a forever thing. It's gonna happen. It's gonna settle itself out. It'll shake itself out, right? It'll shake itself out. And that's kind of where we are right now. Man, excuse me. God damn. But that's kind of where we are right now, right? We are here. We're shaking this thing out. Good morning, Junior. How are you? Yes, everybody, smash that like button, you guys. Hit that like button. Helps us in the old algorithm. Helps us. Um, helps YouTube kick us up. Helps X kick us up. So kick us up in the old algo. Appreciate it. Channel really appreciates it as well. So just go ahead and smash that. Smash that button, and we'll go ahead. We'll look at this stuff today. We'll get through it, right? But definitely these markets are a little bit shaken by what happened over there. But we talked about this here. We talked about this being a possibility, and the one thing, this was the one thing that had the ability, and the chance to really affect the markets in a negative way. We got our 50 basis point rate cut. Liquidity was starting to come into the market again. Inflation was starting to come down a little, if you believe the numbers. I don't necessarily believe the numbers, but if you believe the numbers, inflation was starting to come down a little bit. So everything was starting to line up in a way that said that the markets themselves were about to take off in October, November. And we'll see over the next 24 to 48 hours what happens. But understand that that's what's going on right now. Plus, you have a labor strike, right? You have a labor strike on the docks right now on the East Coast. That's going to affect goods, right? It's going to affect the movement of goods. So definitely have to understand that as well. And that does play an impact on the markets, because if you can't move goods, it's going to affect the market. It's going to affect the market no matter what. So let's go ahead. Let's have a look and see. Let's have a look and see what's going on. The Asian market closed up, right? They closed up. They closed up all in red. Not too good, right? The European market, it actually is doing pretty well right now. It's not doing too bad right now. It's actually halfway decent right now. It's trading okay. United States markets obviously are all in red. These pre-markets right here, definitely not doing too well this morning, but we're going to see. I think that there's a lot of opportunity here from yesterday, and people are going to take advantage of this opportunity today. I do believe, with everything being down, I think you're going to see people come in. They're going to take advantage of these opportunities, and they're going to go ahead and start swooping some stuff up here. So, but keep in mind, we do have that labor strike that's going on, and we have that the war. There are two big events that are really going to affect the market. We got IBIT over here. We'll bring it up. We'll see where it's trading at. We'll see where it's trading at here. It closed yesterday at 35.19. Open. It looks like it wants to open today at 34.76. We'll keep an eye on this as the morning moves on. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to clear out real quick. I think like I said, this is going to affect the markets. Everything's going to affect the markets. The war, and also the strikes on the docks, going to all affect the markets, right? What's up, Ken? Good morning, my brother. Good morning. Good morning, Scottish. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my brother. How are you? I was just telling everybody, I got this nasty tickle in my throat today. I've been sick for about a week, but it's getting a lot better and everything's starting to come up. But unfortunately, as it all starts to come up come up and clear, it's gotta clear out of my throat, right? So there we are. There we have it, right? So it's clearing out, but we'll get through it. Good morning, Ken. Good morning, Scottish. Hope you guys are doing well. So we got IBIT over here. Looks like it wants to open at 34.71, which is definitely down from where it closed yesterday, 35.13. But this war was the one event we were talking about it earlier. Was the one event that we knew that was hanging over this crowd, that hanging over this crypto market, stock market, everything. And we knew at any moment that this thing could affect these markets, could have affected in a negative way. And it did yesterday. And when it happened, you've seen the markets react in a way that was strictly to the negative. I mean, everything went straight down the tubes. But like I was saying earlier, it's that first 24 to 48 hours of any war breaking out where the markets have to settle, So it's to be expected, right? There's a new COVID. Oh man, I don't want none of that, Ken. I don't want none of that, man. I don't want none of that COVID. But we'll get through it. It's just this nasty tickle. Like I feel great, but like I have this like nasty, like I woke up with it this morning. It's like this nasty tickle, like everything's trying to come out now, right? Like everything's trying to come out. We'll still pump. Yeah, I think we're still gonna pump too, right? I think we're just in a delay right now. But I think I'm with you, Scottish. I think we're still going to pump. I still think that the bull market's here. I still think that everything's going to settle in just fine. I just think that we have to get through this initial shock and awe, and then we're going to be able to move to the upside, right? And I think you're going to start to see that turnaround between today and Thursday. You'll start to see everything settle back into where it was, and regardless of what happens, I think you're gonna start to see this thing start to settle in. I know some people are saying, well, this is gonna kick the full bull market back until the end of 2025. I don't believe that, right? I don't believe that. I think that it's just a matter of the markets and the traders figuring out exactly what they want to do and getting over that initial fear of what happened, right? Getting over that initial fear, that initial shock of war, getting over all of that. I think that once that happens and everybody gets over that initial shock, unfortunately, we become so immune to what's going on that it goes back to business as usual. Oh, you're still coughing too, Junior? I know you had it last week, man. So, oh boy, that means I'm in for another week of it. Good morning, Selmo. What's up, my brother? What's up? But I think like right here, you see it. This IBIT, it's starting to even get positive inflows as we talked this morning, right? So I just think that people just need to get over that initial shock, right? And I think between today and tomorrow, you're going to start to see people get over that shock, that initial oh my God, Iran, bombed Israel and all and everything that goes along with that. People will get over that from a trading standpoint, and we'll be back to where we got to go, right? But obviously stocks got crushed yesterday. Crypto got crushed yesterday. I took the advantage yesterday in the stock market and bought some more Nvidia, bought some more Microsoft, and bought some more Amazon, because as this market started to bottom out, when this market's in fear, this is when you need to be buying, right? This is when you got to start buying. This is when you're going to get the best bang for your buck if you believe in what's going on and you believe what's coming. Then when everybody else is running away and that initial shock is there, when world events like this happen, you have to be ready to pounce on that, right? You have to be ready to really, really jump on that. And that's why it's so important to have that dry powder on the side, that money on the side, that you're able to really, really jump into the market when things like this happen, because this is where you're going to get your best bargains. And, you can come over here, we'll look at the crypto market. You can see the last time we streamed, it'll definitely, yeah. We're gonna turn right around here, Ken. I believe. I see this as a big event for the world, but I think the markets will, settle in, man. But I think we're gonna roar, man. This market's gonna move. Actually, I think crypto's gonna get stronger because of the wars than weaker, and that's the one part right there that I think people are um, discounting. Is I think that crypto is actually going to get stronger because it's going to allow governments and people like that to circumvent sanctions, circumvent a lot of the nonsense that these other countries try to put on other countries when it comes to wars and things like that. Sanctions, cutting off money supply, cutting off different supplies. I think crypto's a way around that, and so I actually think it's going to get stronger here as these wars start to heat up, because they will heat up. They will heat up. But I believe that people will use crypto as a way around that. Governments and also family members too. When it comes to moving money in war toward countries, when you look at it, are you moving money through banks? Probably not. And banks don't really operate well when their countries are in the middle of war. But blockchain operates pretty damn well. So I think you'll see a lot of money movement through crypto during this. But when you've seen this, when we see what's going on, right? Last time we streamed, the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index was at 50 in the 50s. Look at it where it is now. It's at 39, right? It's sitting in fear right now. So what did we just talk about, right? What we just talked about is you have to buy when the market is in fear, right? This is when you're going to get the best bang for your buck. When you see the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index in fear, this is where you really want to start looking at projects that you really want to load up on. This is where you make your money, right? You don't make your money when that Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is sitting at greed. You make it when it's sitting in fear, right? So right now is where you want to start looking around and going, okay, so where are my bags short, right? Where are my bags short, and how do I want to improve them, right? And then make that move. But you don't got long to make that move. You don't got long to make that move. Big Watch dude, what's up? What's up? What's up? You're holding back right now, Ken? Don't let this get away from you, though. Watch this Fear and Greed Index. Don't let this get away from you. Don't let this market go from fear to neutral to greed on you, or even from fear to neutral on you before you make your move. You're going to get your best bang for your buck in fear. When the market's in fear, that's when you're going to get the best price. So make sure it's okay. It's okay to hold back. Just do not let that get away from you, right? Don't let that. Because when you look at this, BTC could very well go down to 58K. There's a strong argument for BTC going to 58K. There's a lot of shorts there. I mean, there's a lot of longs there that need to be liquidated at 58K. This gives Bitcoin, the manipulation of the market a perfect opportunity to go down to 58K, stomp out all them longs that are sitting at 58K, and it gives them a great excuse to do so, right? It gives the market manipulators a great excuse to drop Bitcoin to 58K, liquidate all the longs that are sitting there, and then make its move back up. You very well may see a 58K, and you very well may see that today, right? But understand that underneath 58K, there's not a lot of liquidity. There's not a lot of longs that are sitting there. There's not a lot of liquidity sitting there. So it's not going to make much sense for the markets to go down there and try to grab that liquidity underneath 58K because there's just not that much there to grab, right? So I think that if it does drop to 58K, it's going to drop real quick. It's going to liquidate everybody out, and it's going to make its move back up to the upside. That's what I think is going to happen. People can call it what they want, but they want that liquidity out of there. Yeah, I do. I think that Scottish, I'm with you. I think that right now there's a way. Right now, people are going to start using crypto in these war-torn countries to move money between their families and governments, and also with this shutdown of these ports, I think that crypto will be used to also fund a lot of stuff that's going on over there. But these are definitely in Ukraine is using crypto like crazy as well, Scottish. You're right. It's all being used to circumvent the governments with these ridiculous sanctions and telling countries what they can and cannot do. And this is exactly why crypto. One of the reasons why crypto was created to work around some of this nonsense. And that's exactly what it is. It's nonsense, and they're going to use it. They're going to use it to work around this, and make no doubt. That's why I think that people are underestimating crypto during these times of uncertainty and during these times of war. I think that the blockchain will be utilized to more than what it is right now. Yeah, we have been watching it last 8 hours. I think so. Good morning, Timski. What's going on, brother? What's going on, my brother? My brother. My brother. How are you? How are you from up north? From up north. How is everything, brother? But yeah, I think that but I do think that these markets will settle in. Though I do believe that. Williams Mac Williams, how are you? How are you? How are you? Uh, but I think that when we look at this fairground, good morning, good morning, good morning. But what I'm telling you guys right now is this Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is sitting at greed. This right now is the time, right? Like, don't let this market make a turn on you and start to move to the upside without having some dry powder on the side to take advantage of these opportunities. Because this was the event that we said could bring this market down. This was the event, and it happened. It happened. I don't think so, Fairground. I think that what you're going to see is I don't think you're going to see years. I think you're going to see the market react. Like I said, the worst of all of this, right, is usually of any war, right, in the markets is the first 24 to 48 hours. The markets will settle in after that. They will settle in after that. Yeah, everything did, Timsky. Everything went down. Everything went down. Everything went down. I mean, but we've had to anticipate that, right? I just we've talked about this so many times that this was the one event that could drop the markets 20-30%. And it very well may. Like I said, there's a ton of liquidity. There's a ton of longs, and this is something you guys got to understand. There's a ton of longs sitting at 58K. A ton of longs sitting there. So it's like I said before, it just makes sense for the big money to go down and liquidate all them longs and then make a run up. Take that liquidity out of the system and then make a run up. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see a 58K, but I think you're only going to see it for a minute. Everything's down, Fairground. Everything's down, brother. Everything's down. Yeah. Hold on one second, guys. Yeah, BlackRock is buying up farmland in Ukraine like crazy. Sorry, guys, man. My throat just will not clear out today. But yeah, BlackRock basically owns Ukraine right now. So I'm with you. It basically owns Ukraine right now. So but yeah, I mean, the whole market just kind of took a step back, right? But we can't be scared. We can't be scared about this. Altcoin get, how are you? We're struggling through the stream this morning with my throat, guys. So I don't know how long we'll be on here. Kind of struggling. But let's look at this market. My throat is like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh yeah, it's nasty, Timsky. It's nasty, brother. It's nasty. Like Junior had it last week. He said he's still coughing. Like I feel good, but it's just like everything wants to come up now. So which is probably it doesn't make for the best stream. I can tell you that. But I feel good, but it just doesn't make for the best stream. But you know, Bitcoin sitting at 61,200. Like I said, 58,000 is on the table. Ethereum sitting at 2,400. 2,200 is definitely on the table for Ethereum. When we look at this, Tether, let's talk about Tether for a minute. Let's see. So when we look at Tether, there's an article that came out about Tether that's saying that Tether itself is actually going to be used. There's plans for Tether to be used outside of just your traditional buy, sell, and hold, right? And we knew this. We talked about this for a while. But the CEO has come out and said that Tether is really, really built for some of these underprivileged communities, underprivileged people, underprivileged things, you know, to really make a move into the financial system, right? So Tether is really staking its bets on really transforming how some of this financial systems really work. And we talked about this for a long time about how stable coins in general have the ability to really change the financial structure as a whole, right? Everybody talks about CBDCs and all this stuff. Well, when you look at it, like, yes, countries want CBDCs. Yes, countries will get CBDCs. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, right? But when you look at it in a reality of the situation, stable coins can accomplish almost the exact same thing as CBDCs, right? You can literally replace the dollar, the yen, you can replace whatever you want with a stable coin, right? So when you look at Tether starting to make moves into the financial sector, and they're really talking about this and they really have plans about it, you have to open this up bigger than just Tether and look at it from just a pure stable coin standpoint. And when you do that, you got to look at it and say, okay, so this financial system that we're currently operating in, it's changing right in front of our eyes. Some people want to believe it, some people don't want to believe it. but it's changing right in front of our eyes. So what we got right now is you got the Tether CEO coming out here and basically saying, yo, our plans and what we have rolling out is much bigger than what you guys see on just a buying and selling on the blockchain. And that should be bullish news for crypto in general, right? That should be bullish news for crypto. People should be happy to hear that. They really should, because that allows for crypto adoption. That allows for crypto adoption. Yeah, I got to work today too, brother. So I got to work today as well. So Scottish, I got to work, man. So figure out, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. Yes. Everybody hit that like button. Orion, good morning, brother. Good morning. But yeah, so when you look at that, it looks really, really good for crypto in general, right? It looks really, really good. So I like articles like that because it gives even in these down markets, it gives us some positivity. It gives us a way to move forward. It gives us a bigger picture to look at. But yeah, XRP got hit last night too, down to 58 cents. Dropped under that 60-cent mark, was up to like 62, 63 cents. Definitely lost a lot of steam coming in there. Dogecoin lost to some as well. This thing was sitting at 12 cents. Was definitely on a nice ride up. TRX seems to be holding its 15-cent peg, man. Definitely seems to be holding 15 cents. A lot stronger than a lot of other tokens. Surprised about that. I am. AVAX definitely losing a lot of steam. We're pushing $30. We're at $4 down right now compared to where we were just earlier in the week. So definitely AVAX is taking a big step backwards. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here in a little while, guys, because my throat just will not clear up. And I don't want to be coughing in your guys' ear all morning. So when we look at the bubble maps, with the bubbles over here, we look at it, it's completely red. There's not a lot to talk about here. The hourly is completely red as well. WIF is doing well. Which is a surprise. WIF is doing pretty well. And XEC is doing well as well. But WIF has actually been doing pretty good. Bonk took a big hit, down 6.1%. Bonk took a big old hit. So yeah, everything just Pepe Pepe's not bad, 2.7%. It didn't take that big of a hit. You would expect it to be down a little bit more on the hour. Let's see where it's at on the day. Oh, it got popped on the day. Pepe got smacked on the day, 14.8%. It got smacked pretty good. Everything got smacked pretty good. But like I said, when this market is in fear, is definitely when you want to start going in, right? This is when you want to start going into the market. This is when you need to start looking around, right? And when I say looking around, I mean looking around at these top 100 tokens, right? And saying to yourself, where is my best opportunity, or where are the projects that I believe in the most that are going to make me the most money, right? This is right here in this top 100 is where you want to start making your moves when this market is in fear, right? You don't want to be throwing money into a sub-$1 million project, right? A ton of money into a sub-$1 million project when the market's in fear right now. That's not the move. I should say, let me take that back. That's not the move that I would make, right? If you want to make that move, you make that move. But the move that I think that you should make, that I'm going to make, is right up in here, is up in this top 100, right? You don't want to be throwing money into a sub-$1 million, maybe even $2, $3, $4 million project when the market's sitting like this, right? that's some risky stuff. I mean, when you talk about risking it for the biscuit, that's risking it for the biscuit. That's risking a lot for the biscuit, man. And 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get wrecked on that move. And I'm not saying don't go play around with the low market cap tokens. By all means, I always think you should have 2 to 5% of your portfolio in low market cap plays. Always. That's my portfolio. I always have between 2 and 5% in low market cap plays, regardless of market conditions, right? But right now, I'm teetering more on that 2% range than I am on that 5% range, right? And and that's just kind of where your risk off. Crypto's risky anyways, but sometimes you have to get really risk off, and that's kind of where we are right now. So that's kind of where I am right now. Yeah, it's getting interesting over there. And I tell you, man, this war is really taking a turn for the worse on the market. But like I said, I think we're going to bounce back. I think we're going down to 58K. I think we're going to grab that liquidity, and I think we're going to bounce back up. Pepe gave it 0 back. We regained this 0 right here. We're at 4 zeros 1 1. We're back to 5 zeros 9 9. So everything's taking a big step back. Everything's getting smoked right now, right? But I'm not gonna go dump a bunch of money into sub $1 million and sub $2 million projects. You know what I mean? The chances of 99% of them projects making it out of this particular market where we are right now, probably not good, right? It's just probably not good, right? But when you're looking at up in this area over here, where all of these sit, and they're all have very good use cases, and they're all in the top 100, and they're all have been around for a while, the chances of these guys being able to weather the storm, pretty damn good, right? So right now, these are the play. In my opinion, these are the play. I mean, you even have Render. It fell under $6, right? Render under $6 is usually a good play. That's usually a good play. That's not a bad investment, right? Now, am I saying run out and buy Render right now? No. I mean, you can buy a little bit now, see where the market goes, buy a little bit more. What's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to take a turn to the upside, and you're going to make some money, or you're going to be able to DCA into a project. Either way you win, right? You're winning either way right now. You just have to look at it as a win either way it goes, right? And that's the key. That's the key to these markets right now. Is you got to look at this for what it is, and it's an opportunity. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of opportunities in this market, and unfortunately, every time it seems like we're ready to take off, there's something that brings us right back to here where we're talking about here's another opportunity, right? Here's another opportunity. Here's another opportunity. The problem is this market wants to take off. It really wants to take off. But yeah, thank you, Junior. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, y'all. This market really wants to take off. But every single time we really get a catalyst or really see a lot of liquidity start to come in so this market can take off, there's always something that happens that brings it back down, right? So that's the problem. That's the problem we're having right now. But, it is what it is. You just keep loading up. You just keep loading up, and you just keep waiting for the run, right? That's the only thing that you can control. That's the only thing that's within your control. Everything else is strictly outside of your control. So when I look at this market, I'm really looking at building these bags, right? I'm really looking at building these bags and building my position. So Make so yeah, I look at it. I look at this as an opportunity, guys. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get off of here. I just wanted to get with you guys this morning, real quick. Kind of. I'm sick of coughing in your guys' ear. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get off of here. But I'll leave you guys with this, guys. The war started. It happened. We talked about this as possibly being an event. As possibly being an event that could bring the market down between 20 and 30%. It's on its way to doing that. The market is in an extremely fearful situation. But this is when you want to take advantage of these opportunities. This is when you look at these markets and say, you know what? I'm going to build my bags the way that I want them now, right? I'm going to really get into projects or I didn't have enough of this project or I want more of this particular project. And this is when you do it. You don't do it when the market's in greed. You don't do it when there's a bunch of green candles on a chart. You do it now. You do it in times of fear. You do it when everybody else is running away from the market, because this is where you're going to get the best bang for your buck, the best return on your investment. So that's really the message today. Do not run away from this market. Yes, XRP's down. Yes, Chainlink's down. Yes, a lot of the projects that we love are down. Are you gonna cry about it? You gonna get pissed off about it? Solana is down. It's under 147. Are we gonna cry about it? Are we gonna bitch about it? Are we gonna complain about it? Or are we going to take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of your face at the given moment? Right? And that's the question you got to ask yourself. Like, if you're going to cry about it and you're not going to take advantage of the opportunity, then you're probably in the wrong market. You're probably in the wrong market. You probably need to go to the stock exchange or over there. So it is what it is. So, y'all have a great day. I'm up out of here. I'm gonna go rest this throat, see if I can't get this nasty tickle out of there. Junior and everybody else didn't give me any hope that it was leaving. They've had it for a week now. So I will talk to you guys on Friday. I'm up out of here. You guys have a great day. Take advantage of the opportunity that's in front of your face, guys. Don't let this one pass you by. We up out. Bye.